Hey guys, I've decided to make this video to point out an issue that I ran into when I put the grinder together. Nothing specifically wrong with the grinder or the components, just a cautionary tale into sizing of components. Now the issue that I'm talking about is specifically this. When I bought the grinder, I already had a motor, a 3 horsepower motor with a 7/8 shaft. So I asked the guys at Reader what was the biggest drive wheel that I could fit. They said 7 inches, probably 8 with some modifications. Now I really wanted 6 or 5, but the only things that I could find in the 7/8 shaft were 4 and 7 inches. So I decided to go with 7. So as you can see, this is a 7-inch drive wheel, works fine. I put it in. There's a little bit of space down here, so you could probably fit it, but it would be really tight. You definitely have to modify the base a little bit, because otherwise you'll not be able to fit the belt. So everything was smooth until I try to put the belt on. And I'm going to show you exactly what happens. So when I try to put the belt on, it wouldn't fit. And the reason for that is this. The circumference of the drive wheel is so big that it takes so much of the belt that in order for the belt to go on, you have to slide the arm and the platen back so much that it actually hits the motor. So what I had to do is basically shave the bottom of the arm and then cut a notch so the swing arm actually goes into the arm a little bit. Now I measured the belt. Initially I was thinking maybe the belts were short, but that was not the case. It's just the size of the drive wheel. I'm sure this would work fine with a contact wheel. The platen, I believe, is 14 inches from top to bottom, so and about 3 inches away from the center of the axis. So you probably be able to get away with a 10-inch for sure, with an 8-inch, possibly even a 12-inch, but it would be really close. But if you decide to use the drive wheel, make sure you don't go past 6 inches in drive, unless you're going to order a different arm, or decide to do what I did and basically file the bottom and then cut a notch into it. You're probably looking at about 2 inches. I mean, I could have cut it straight, but I decided to cut the notch and file it simply because I figured maybe I'd use that arm for something else, and order another arm and cut it off. Or maybe I don't believe Reader makes a shorter arm. I believe they make a longer one for one of the attachments. But maybe in the future they would make a shorter one specifically for this. Obviously, they generally use 5 inches from what I've seen in the video for drive wheels. I wanted 5 or 6, could not find it, so I resorted to 7 without thinking that would cause a problem. But you live and learn. Hopefully you guys don't run into the same problem as I did, or if you do, you know exactly what options you have to get it resolved. So the grinder's fine, works perfectly. I just had to use a file and a hacksaw to get the problem resolved. Nothing really that bad. But if you don't want to have to do that, then make sure to pick your components right. And like I said, if you have a drive wheel, you'll probably be fine anyway. So that's pretty much it. Just wanted to give you a heads up.